What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today we are back here with our very first Cricket Memes Discord episode in the new year. So firstly, welcome to 2024, my first official video. I've uploaded a few shorts in the new year, but this is my first official video saying hello to everyone. So if you are new, hit that subscribe button. If you're an old timer of the channel, if you've been around, welcome back. We're into the new year, bigger and better things to come. Whether last year wasn't your year, 2024 will be. We put it there now. We're going to stamp it and we're going to go big in 2024. So hey, if you're new around here, subscribe, leave a like, comment down below how you spent your New Year's, what your favorite knock of 2023 was, what your favorite cricketing moment was, what your favorite moment in general was, and what you're most looking forward to in 2024. Of course, big things all around. There's going to be India v Australia, Border Gavaskar series again. There's going to be England touring India, which is going to be a big thing because we want to see if Bazball can really work there. There's going to be the new series of Australia v the West Indies. There's going to be T20 comps. The IPL will start again. What else is there? We've got South Africa touring New Zealand with a captain that's never played a game. So there's lots of interesting stuff happening all across the world in cricket. A T20 World Cup in June. And we're here to start off the new year. Let's get straight into it. And there's no better way to start than the beautiful man himself, Sonny G. Look at that hat, by the way. It's absolutely just gorgeous, isn't it? Looking great is the man, Sonny. Gavaskar said, if you straight away play test matches, it doesn't work out. You need to play practice games after coming here. Intra-squad is a joke because your fast bowlers don't bowl as fast to your batters, or they don't want to bowl as good. That could possibly injure them like you would do in a normal game. So I definitely agree with him there. We see it all the time. Like you see, when Australia went to India at the start of 2023 for the Border Gavaskar, there was a lot of talk in Australia about how we didn't actually play a proper warm-up game. And it was just like I think a 2 or 3 day game. And then we got straight into the series. And then you've seen how we played in the first test match. So definitely a fair point. It goes for the same thing, like India going to South Africa recently. Like, it's not that easy to just get acclimatized to conditions that the other team is so used to, swing, bounce, reverse, all sorts. No trolling from either side. India and Pakistan cricket fans right now. Yo, who's going to get the first win of 2024? India or Pakistan? I tell you what, it'll be a big moment because whoever gets that first win, they're just going to go to the other fans and say, hey, you haven't had a win this year. And you just know it's going to happen no matter what. Agree with Vaughan. India, haven't won much in recent times. I think they are an underachieving side. They don't win anything. When was the last time they won something? With all the talent they have and the skill set, they should have achieved more. All right, now I'm glad that this is actually being brought up into the new year because we can start with talking about an Englishman just talking a load of crap, essentially. So look, have they underachieved slightly? I think so. Look, with that amount of talent, talent and the build up, having the World Cup, of course, in their own backyard, that was the biggest chance they were going to get for a long time. But at the end of the day, they're still, they only lost one game in a World Cup. That's achieving a lot. And I know that the only thing that matters in the end is the trophy, but you still, you can't ignore amazing cricket. They were the best team until that one game. The WTC cycle, they've made the last 2 finals. No other team has done that. They've had some of the greatest moments in cricket, in my opinion, of the last 5-10 years. I'm thinking of Kohli's, game against Pakistan at the MCG. I'm thinking of that series in England a few years ago, which was incredible. There's been a lot. Of course, I'd love a few more trophies, but sometimes shit just doesn't work out how you want, right? You can't win them all. They've won a few Asia Cups amongst it. I think there's a few Champions trophies amongst it. They've won a few World Cups. I think they'll get another chance again. This T20 World Cup this year is probably as good as of a chance as they're going to get as well as 2023 almost. I think they're going to go in as top 2, top 3. Trying Australian food for the first time? Alrighty, here we go. I'll be the judge.
Australian food for the first time. Trigger warner if you're from New Zealand. Then we have a
What?
also known as
Hold on a minute. A kangaroo vada pav.
fish burger. So first up we have this bundamani with some shawarma. And then we have this beautiful piece of kangaroo that was shoved into
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I've never eaten kangaroo because I kind of think that's Australia's national animal. But alrighty, go for it.
in the oven for about 10 minutes, flipped on the serrano, slapped some chitar on it, and then boom, straight back into the oven for another 6 minutes. And then we have some lore gajar. Fun fact, in India, we refer to North Americans and Europeans as gora pakoras. But Aussies love lore gajar so much, we just call them lore pakoras. Lastly, we have some bitch gajar too. Not sure why Aussies like this in their burglars, but we might judge.
They're what?
Let's try it.
Let us know.
It tastes so good. I feel like Virat Kohli scored another century. This Aussie vada pav is great, but it's not as good as the Indian one.
Well, that would make sense. I think. I don't think it was trying to be a vada pav though. It was more just a burger. But I've never eaten kangaroo in my life. Like, it's actually a really, really popular dish in Australia. I've just never had it. Supposedly I don't know. I guess I don't know what it tastes like. Yeah, so the 2 points got docked from their thing, and it's already not a great start. I mean, you have to really start amazing if you want to make the WTC final. A big loss, and then they got docked 2 points from the table and fined 10% of their match fees for a slow over rate. Like, how was that even possible? The game was over with 2 days to spare. What? How does the ICC make that up and say, no, you were too slow? It's like, mate, the game finished with a day and a half to go. Surely we can, be okay. Team India struggling at number 6. So these are the new standings. You've got the Proteas, the Kiwis, the Aussies. Jesus, what happened to us? We got 10 minus penalty overs. We've got the most wins, that's all right. And then you got Sri Lanka, England, that's funny, Windies, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and then the rest. So who's going to win? You know what? I think South Africa, I don't know how many test matches they have at home, but if they keep playing at home, they could do some damage. But the Flu King is back, yeah. So the man Avesh Khan has been added to the test squad for the second test match. I don't think he'll play. I think it should be Mukesh Kumar. Like, he has at least been a part of the squad for the last 12 months. He's had some decent games. You probably give it to him. But I reckon it should be the great man Arshdeep Singh. Like, come on. Like, I understand maybe he doesn't have great records with the red ball, but fuck it, why not? He's one of the more up-and-coming left-arm pacers in the world, Indian cricket. Get the great man in there. Avesh Khan, please. I know that he took like a 6-for in one of their recent India A games, but come on. Come on, guys. Come on. Pujara and Rahane, their way of reminding the selectors they're still available. No rest days. Ranji Trophy prep mode is on. So just letting them know, hey, you see that guy Shreyas Iyer? You see that guy, who else is there in the middle order? Jaiswal. You can bring us back if you want. Especially that man Pujara. I think he would have been a huge asset to have in South Africa. Just facing that amount of deliveries and soaking up pressure. Like, that's what always amazes me about Pujara, is his way to just soak up pressure. Like, I know that he doesn't score big centuries recently, but yeah, just the way he takes pressure off other batsmen. When I was coaching Australia against the match against India, I won't relax until Kohli and KL Rahul get out. When a class player is KL, he is experienced, he plays spin and quick well. We are blessed to have KL as the leader of Lucknow. So a little bit of a love affair starting a bit early for JL before he gets to Lucknow, so that's good. Although he did buy Ashton Turner at the auction and he did his meniscus, so it's not a great start, but that's all right. Mr. IPL likely to join his home franchise as the LSG mentor. Okay, that's all right. I mean, what do you guys think of that, CSK fans? Do you wish that he would, come back to Chennai and be a mentor there? But there you go. He's off to Lucknow. If that's his home franchise, then it kind of makes sense. They're probably paying him some good money too. So it's been a year waiting for the man, Rishabh Pant. Man, I mean, Yeah, you're just thinking, was that last year? So this happened in 2023, wasn't it? I thought it was 2022 almost. It's been a long time, hasn't it? And man, that was like one of the scariest, just waking up, checking my phone and seeing that Richard had happened. And I'm like, it's just an absolute miracle that the man is still here and kicking and recovering, and that he's going to play cricket again. That is a miracle, that he's going to play cricket at the highest level again. Yeah, inspirational as it gets. Huge respect to the Sharp God. He was in pain and regularly took injections during the World Cup. He was struggling with heel issues, reveals his teammate. Man played his heart out despite not being 100% fit. Especially with a heel injury, that can be the worst injury for a bowler other than maybe your arm. So, damn. And to think how well he bowled in every single game in so much pain, that's huge respect to the Sharm God. And then we've got Sharm God Jr. selected in Bengal's Ranji Trophy team for the first time. Oh, no way. And he's got the arm sleeve on like Sharmy. He's got, I want to say, a very similar action just by looking at this. Oh, yeah. Oh, this could be one of the great stories in cricket history right here. How old is he? I'm going to guess he's 25, 26? Is that a fair guess? I don't know, but if he's in that prime age of 25 to 28, you know what? If he takes some big hauls of wickets, get him in for the T20 World Cup. Get him in. Double Sharm God. No one's playing that. The new captain, vice captain. So T20s will be Hasaranga, who I don't think he's played a game in about 7 years, but okay. And then Kusal Mendez will be the new captain of the 50 over team. So Shanaka, no, he's nowhere to be seen. And then Asalanka will be the vice captain of both teams. And if you're Asalanka, you'd almost be pretty upset that you're not given captaincy of either format. But I guess you just be happy that you're allowed to play. Nah, the T10... because hold on a minute. Weren't Sri Lanka banned? Have they been unbanned to play cricket yet? Remember when that happened? What happened there? Did they get unbanned? I don't even remember. Okay. The T10 IPL? Oh boy. The chairman of the T10 Sports Management said T10 is a recognised format by the ICC. T10 needs to be adopted by more countries and to be playing bilaterals first of T10. Bilateral. All right, this guy's on something. And then I think it goes forward. T10 is played by many countries. Yes, it is played by many countries because it's the easiest format to play, to watch, to learn. The T10 is for new players, for new people trying to get interested, and it's more just like an even quicker form of cricket. Alright, the only T10 that I've ever watched is that new Abu Dhabi T10 League. I've watched, I want to say 20 to 25 game highlights of it since it started a few years ago. It's okay. I think if they could get big crowds, big names in there, it would be worth watching, but just play T20. Just play the extra 10 overs and play T20. Because I tell you what, if you're a true cricket fan, 20 overs is not that many. Let's be honest, 20 overs is not that many compared to a 5-day test match. The man Gerald Coetzee, pelvic inflammation. Is that his booty? What's that? That emerged during the first test, has forced him to be excluded from the second test. So it's a big blow. Yeah. At least it's not the same squad that they're going to tour New Zealand with. That's probably for sure. And here we go. I'm so glad this is good timing. So this is South Africa's 15-man squad for the tour of New Zealand. Let's talk about it. So, alrighty. Let's see if we notice how many names that we know. No, yes. Bettingham, Fortuin, yes. Dewan Oliver, yes. Keegan Peterson, yes. Zondo, yes. So I know about 3 to 4 names out of this squad, and I'm someone who watches a fair bit of cricket, I think, consumes a decent amount of cricket in my life. Should I know most of these names or what? Most of them are debutants or coming back to play for the first time in a decade. Their captain is a guy who's never played an international game. So, yeah, okie dokie. So they've just picked this guy out the back rooms and said, here, chuck this fucking baggy green on, or whatever it's called, and you are going to captain us, mate. Not only are you going to make your debut, you're going to fucking captain. So don't worry about that. You just go out there and do your best. So, I am so interested in this series. Like, I am going to be glued to this test series because I want to see how South Africa go with this crazy different team. Like, it's kind of nuts to think about it. Like, it's they're literally sending over their South Africa C or D team. Like, that's not even an A or B. That's a C team. Yeah, ridiculous. And there's the great man Temba, poor and bad from South Africa. So yeah, they're choosing to play their T20 league over test matches. And my first thought is, what sort of idiot, did all of this fixturing and scheduled these games at the same time? Like, surely the South African board thinks, you know what, we want the most attention on our T20 comp as possible. Let's not schedule it at the same time as test matches. So they did. Okay. I mean, I just don't get that. Like, even like, pardon me as I cough, even in the Big Bash League here in Australia, we pause the Big Bash for a week and then play a test match. Like, can't they do that? Pause it and then bring the players back? But yeah. 7 debutants. The new skipper is a debutant. Like, has this ever happened before in the modern era of cricket? Like, who is this guy? Neil Brand? He sounds like an actor. I hope he goes really well, but yeah, I would be super scared if I was a South African fan, that's for sure. But it does make for interesting viewing, so Marnus will be the oldest player. Travis Head turns 30, leaving Marnus Labuschagne as the only non-30-year-old Aussie in the side for test matches. Marnus is 29 and is the youngest player for any Australian Test 11 ever. That is kind of nuts. That's a crazy stat right there, that he is the oldest player in Aussie team history. Okay, I mean, that just shows how old of a team we have. We've literally got the CSK of test teams, you know? That's crazy. We've got all the guys in there still. And to think that Travis Head is only 30, like, he could still play for another 3, 5, 7, 10, 22 years. He's just 23. Pentagon, hexagon, his career gone. Yeah, so of course I did see this. I won't take too much time on it, but if you know, you know. I'm not going to explain it. Yeah, just disgusting situation. That's all that you can really say about it. Of course, it's been going on for a while now, hasn't it? It's been, I want to say, like over 2 years since I've been hearing about it, or at least over a year. And now that he's been found, it's found to be true. And that just doubles down on what we already thought about him. And I will not be mentioning his name here again because we do not give people like that the spotlight. I can't say what I truly want to say on YouTube, but yeah, it's not good. Well said, Rahul. 10 or 15 years later, when we retire, we will not remember our career for bilateral series. World Cups are the only thing that we will remember. This is the extra fire in us to go. I thought this said something different. I thought that was an A at the start, but it's an I, so that's okay. In us to go a couple steps further the next time. That is fact. But I still, it doesn't, bilateral series don't just mean nothing. Like, it's just like saying test matches would mean nothing. Like, they definitely do. But yeah, of course, once you get to the end of your career, people look up your name on Google, on Wikipedia. The first thing they see is accomplishments, and, World Cups are at the top of that. So I do get it. Best of 2023, the best captain was Camo. Yes. Australia, yes. Best batsman, Kohli. I mean, Moses on Reeks did play this year, but okay, sure. Virat, nice one. Best opener, Rowett. Now, is this just on the World Cup, or is this off the entire year? Because maybe Australian bias, but I thought Usman Khawaja had a pretty big year. But if this is just off the World Cup, yeah, Rowett or Quinton de Kock, actually, he would be up there. Shamgod, yes. Jadu, all-rounder. Yeah, I'd find it hard to disagree with that. I mean, Mitch Marsh had his moments. I'm trying to think. Glenn Phillips had some pretty big moments too, if you want to classify. Oh, Ravindra. Racham Ravindra had some big moments as well, so maybe. Breakout star, Rinku Singh, yes sir. And most disappointing, there's probably a fair assumption. Ala Dhoni's 2023 summarised. 1 month of farming. I think there's a lot more farming, to be honest. He does lots of farming, doesn't he? 8 months in parties. Yeah, it does seem like he is everywhere. 1 month of net practice. Yeah, probably a bit generous. 2 months of cricket. Wins trophy. And I'll do it again the next year. You know that meme where it says, you want to see me do it again? It's essentially MS Dhoni's career. Like, he just goes, you want to see me do that again? You want me to finish off the game in 3 deliveries again? I'll do it. Don't worry. Man, I actually like, ICC, World Cups. I don't know why I said ICC, but World Cups, Test matches, that's pinnacle of cricket. But I'm not going to lie, I'm getting a little bit excited for the IPL again. Like, it's always it's like a festive year, isn't it? It's just, yeah. Virat Kohli wins the Puberty Sportsman Athlete of the World. Damn, over Messi is crazy. I like that though. I would choose Kohli over Messi, to be honest, but that's pretty cool. Is this like what's Puberty Sport? Is it like who owns the page? Who is it? It's pretty cool though, either way. I like that. It would have been either like, who was the top 3? It was probably like Kohli, Messi, probably Ronaldo, just off his name probably. Raidu starts his second journey. The man joins politics. Okay. Shout out to him. I don't know why there's a trophy here, but I guess, is he going to do some politics with that? He says, you can touch the trophy. Just let me have my way. with the law, hold on a minute. That sounds a bit weird. You know what I meant though, like getting his own decisions in the political parties, not... I'm going to edit that out. That was a bit weird. Hold on a minute. Jesus Christ. Who should be India's third pacer in the second test? I'd say Prasid Krishna, back on the plane back home, mate. I don't want to see him hold the red ball again. Mukesh Kumar, you're in. Avesh, you can swirl up the Gatorades. That would be the way I'd do it, but to be honest, I would have had a guy like, again, obviously Arshdeep, but, if you wanted to pick a genuine pace bowler, like, where's Umran Malik? That's the only name I can think of, but you get me. Like, Umran. Who else is there? Mukesh Chowdhury. Hold on, who else is there? Tushar Deshpande. Get him in there. 14 test matches and only the 3 ODIs for 2024 right here. So the 1 test match remaining, 3 T20s against Afghanistan. And then this is what I'm looking forward to. 5 test matches against England in India. So after what Australia did in India, I can only imagine it's going to be a lot worse for England, so I hope so. T20 World Cup, 3 T20s and ODIs against Sri Lanka, 2 test matches against Bangladesh, 3 against the Kiwis, and then 4 against the Aussies to finish off the year in Australia. So, yes, I'm scared. Like, you don't even have to ask me that question. If India come to Australia and win for the 3rd time in a row as a series in test matches, I might be broken. Like, you know what? We won the World Cup, we won WTC, but honestly, that would drill something into me that would leave me with a lot of pain, because the last 2 times have been pretty tough. Losing on home soil for the first time, it hasn't been feeling very good, but 3 times in a row would be crazy. You got Thala in a New Year's party? Okay. He's looking very trim. I'm not going to lie. He's looking very fit and muscular. It's good to see, man. What was your best moment of 2023, excluding the 2 trophies? Oh, man. Okay, so we've got the Mumbai Indians winning the first WIPL. That was probably okay. Now, look, that was a good moment, but probably not that one. I'm going to say... Yeah, I mean, Rinku Singh with that 5 consecutive sixes was one of the craziest moments. But I'm going to say Glenn Maxwell's 200. I rewatched the highlights of that, I think, once every couple days. Like, I that is something that I've non-stop thinking about since it happened. That Glenn Maxwell innings was just filth. Like, and probably that Travis Head 100 on return in India in the Border Gavaskar trophy. That was probably one of my favourite moments after he got dropped, brought back in for the second test match and scored a century. Like, that was pretty cool. Hoping to see Virat in the 4th look. Yo, what is this? No, so this is normal. This is Dhoni. Like, this would be pretty cool. This is like a Jadeja Virat Kohli. It's kind of cool. This is like he's trying to copy me. Like, you know, you're trying to copy my mustache. I don't know if I like that, Kohli, but now this is crazy. I'm not gonna lie, this kind of scares me. When was the last time Kohli had a full shaven face? I don't think I've ever seen him like that. Maybe when he was a kid, but yeah, I don't know. If I had to pick one, I'd actually go with this one. Just the long hair, imagine. Karim Benzema deleted his Instagram account after the loss to Al Nassr. He was, the Al Ittihad fans after losing to Ronaldo's team. So, yeah, that's the good old Saudi league for you, isn't it, though? I don't know if it's true, but yeah, that is the Saudi league. This knock from last year will be forever in the history books. Like, yeah, I'm still speechless from it. Like, it is something that I'm so grateful that I got to watch it with my own 2 eyes. And I remember this game so vividly. Like, I was watching it, and then it was about I think it got to about 1:30 a.m. I fell asleep for about an hour, woke back up, and we were like 7 down. We needed like 100 and something off 100 and something. And I'm like, far out. You know, we're not going to win, but I'll see what happens. And then Glenn Maxwell just said, all right, go fetch. I'm turning on. Alrighty. And that was just pretty much all she wrote. And that, yeah. Majib, watching it back, like Majib, he bowled well, and then he just fell under the pressure of bowling the same line and length to Glenn Maxwell every ball. The most runs for India in a calendar year since 2011. Kohli, Rahane, Kohli, Rahul. Is that KL? Rohit, Shreyas, and Shubhi Gill. So the man Shubman Gill at the top, most ever. Of course, look, damn, 2,000 runs is ridiculous. But like, so what? Kohli had 2,800. Oh my! So that is not the most ever. That's it's a good amount though. Top 5 most sports athletes in the world: Ronaldo, Messi, Kohli, Neymar, and LeBron James. What I find interesting is that Neymar is still like one of the most popular names in the world. Like, when Neymar, if you're a football fan, like I wasn't a big Neymar fan early, I'm still not, but I remember when he came onto the scene and he was like, you know, this wonder kid who was going to do the greatest things for football, and then he had a few injuries, and then he had a few, you know, incidents and stuff, and you just, I don't know, like, I think he's kind of overrated. Let me know what you're thinking if you hate me now, but overrated, yeah, I don't know. Is he the top 3 footballer? Like, I would think Mbappe is a bigger footballer than him, or Erling Haaland is bigger, but I don't know. Let me know. Lee, my New Year plan every time. Everyone today celebrating. That was not my New Year. Me. Yeah, oh, that was me. Yeah, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, honestly, you know, people are out partying and, you know, wasting their time, and maybe they're doing, you know, some activities that you're not really interested in. So, like, don't get me wrong, it does, you know, it can feel a bit lonely, and don't get me wrong, I was in that same situation. You know, I was at home, but I just, you know, I was at home watching a movie, watching the Hunger Games movie with my mum, and then I went to sleep. And you know what? Like, I was like, you know, it felt like I wasn't doing enough on this such a big occasion that everyone celebrates. But then I'm like, I just enjoy doing this, like chilling out, watching a movie and going to sleep. And I enjoy that. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy, going out and having a fun time. But honestly, I think New Year's Eve is pretty overrated. Like, people, choose this one night at the end of the year to just go out and get absolutely smashed and waste a lot of money. If you're at home like I was, you were thinking about saving money, and I respect it. That's right. Hoping 2024 is better for Team India. Damn it. It's not to be. Look, they did win an Asia Cup, so you won something at least, like winning an Asia Cup, it's not the same, but it's still a trophy, man. Like, you still won a trophy in the year. And then fireworks by these two on New Year's Eve. Chris Lynn was exceptional, Mr. Sins, and then Marcus Big Puppy Hulk Stoinis, 55 not out of 19 rocks. Just sensational stuff. And I'm not going to lie, he has looked genuinely putrid, like with cricket bat and cricket ball in hand for the last, I want to say 2 years, especially in the Big Bash, but that was finally something good that he did in that comp. Happy and prosperous New Year 2024 to each and everyone in the Discord, anyone watching this channel, my subscribers, whoever you are watching, massive Happy New Year to you. I hope it's a blessed year and you get everything you hope for. And, work hard and see what happens. Have some fun. Happy New Year 2024. Hope you get Maxwell's endurance, Pat Cummins' dominance, and Mitchell Stark's bank balance. That would be nice, but I have a feeling that I am not going to get signed by an IPL team for lots of money. I just have a slight feeling, but we never know. I might put my name in the mini auction coming up. Not the start we were expecting, yeah. Random as, wasn't it? Like the man David Warner randomly announcing he will retire from ODI cricket as well. So he goes out on top as a trophy winner, which is awesome. But one of the great all-format players of this country, he said that he will come back for the Champions Trophy in 2025 if the Aussies need him. And he's in form, so yeah, I don't think that'll be happening. So look, unfortunately for him, that he's not coming back in the Champions Trophy. Like, Australia would dead set have to have zero options to pick him. It's going to be in England as well, isn't it? 2025, I think. So that would be just, no, probably not. The numbers, most runs for Australia, so he does finish on that list. And like, you look at the names that's amongst it right there: Steve Waugh, my father, Michael Clarke, Mark Waugh, Gilly. The fact that Adam Gilchrist is number 2 is such an incredible effort. And then Ricky Ponting, of course, the big fella himself, big man. So yeah, like you just can't take away the accolades. Like, people, especially in Australia, you either love David Warner or hate him in Australia. I love him, obviously. People know that. But a lot of Australia still do not like him, which I hate that people don't, because he's done so much for this country and he had one minor slip up like other players do. But anyway, we won't get into that, will we? But they have to respect the stats. If you don't like what you see on TV, reach out. I'll have a beer with you. That's open to anyone. I mean, I didn't have a problem before, but if you're saying that there's a free beer on you and we'll have a chat, I'm not okay. Can we have a chat? Is that open to me, David? I'm not okay with what I'm seeing on TV. Please, invite me out, reach out, and we'll have a beer and we'll talk about some, I don't know, can I bring the laptop and we'll do a memes episode maybe? That would be pretty cool. Come on, David, please. Any other options? Warner's replacements, ODIs, just go with Green. I think I agree with just go with Green in ODIs. And then in test matches, unfair if Bancroft 31 doesn't get a go. So I agree in test matches. Like, I think Bancroft is that next guy in line. You've just got to give him the next shot. But I don't know. I still am not the biggest Bancroft fan or believer. And I'm thinking, at least on home soil, there's still not a better option than David Warner. But the fact he's retiring, we don't have a choice now. Do you look to the future or do you look for right now trying to win? We can bring Cameron Bancroft in for these 2 test matches against the West Indies, but if he goes 100-100, it's like, that's awesome, but it was against the West Indies on home soil. So it's like, that's not our problem. We have a guy who could already do that named David Warner. we need it overseas. So I don't know. I would prefer Matty Renshaw. I'm just a Renshaw fan. I'd rather, some Bryce Streets, Tim Ward, some up-and-coming guys who are Henry Hunt, not even Henry Hunt, but there's a lot of young Aussies who are amongst the opening scene in domestic cricket, so I'd probably just pick one of them. Will Pukowski, I know he's issues and he hasn't been in good form recently, but I love the man Puck, so get him in. SCG gearing up for the pink test. Yeah, fingers crossed the weather stays away, because every year I want to enjoy that amazing test match and spectacle, but it always rains. The new stadium in Chandigarh to be the new home ground for Punjab. Okay, so we're going to play here. What about Dharamshala? Are we still going to play games at Dharamshala? Because I hope we do. Dharamshala, it's one of my favourite grounds. Two big updates on stadiums. So we've got a football stadium to be built at Ahmedabad of the capacity of 50,000. That'd be cool. And then we've got the largest cricket stadium to be built in Mumbai. I mean, that's probably the heart and soul for cricket in India. Probably Mumbai or Delhi or Kolkata. Maybe, I'm thinking. Obviously, Eden Gardens, probably the OG, right? Are they going to destroy Wankhede? That's a fair point. You'd probably hope not, but they do have a lot of grounds in Mumbai, don't they? M8 Cape Town jersey. Ooh, I'm not going to lie to you. Obviously the sponsor isn't ideal, but this looks kind of fire. I don't mind it. I like the gold. There's still a big open space. They could just have a big picture of Rohit Sharma's face right here, or they could just put a big picture of Jay Shah. And put... Oh man, I shouldn't be laughing at my own jokes. It's just, it's not good. Agree with Steve Waugh? What are we talking about, Steve? Is this... Hold on. I'll have a sip of my coffee first. Hold on. It's getting a bit cold. Oh. It's extremely cold. How long have I been recording for? My coffee's freezing. Anyway, as I lick my lips, is this a defining moment in the death of Test cricket? Surely the ICC, along the cricket boards of India, England and Australia, must step in to protect the purest form of the game. A premium equal match fee for all test players might be a good starting point. History and tradition must count for something. If we stand by and allow profits to be the defining criteria, the legacy of Bradman, Grace and Sobers will be irrelevant. Time to be counted, step up to the plate, stand for something. You know what? I'm glad you said this, Steve. I'm with you, mate. I'm absolutely with you. And I said this at the start of the video, this is the fault of the Cricket South African board. Why are they scheduling test matches and T20s, their own national comp at the same time? It does not make sense, does it? Got the man, DCT Eats, amazing baseball stadium in Toronto. Okay. I've never watched this sport.
Just look at this insane indoor stadium.
Ooh. Oh, it's got a roof.
Took my friend Rishi along to talk baseball.
Yeah.
He explained how the batters mostly missed, but when they hit, they
bang,
big or get out. He did mention other stuff like strikeouts, but what he also did was pay for the food.
Hey, clutch.
Put some ketchup and mustard on it. I don't know what it is, but it's so freaking good. Rishi agreed. Then I attended a stadium-wide karaoke. The fun continued in the conference.
Ooh, okay.
Shuffleboards, live music, and some local beer.
Hey, he's getting sauced.
Then it was time for these colorful nachos.
Is that nacho? Ooh. That looks yum.
Blue Jays were losing, so fans started leaving.
Yo, what are they?
Every Blue Jay fan that night was like...
Oh. Damn it. And that will happen when you're a fan of a losing team. My wish for 2024, the trend of players taking early retirements for franchise cricket should take a pause. It sounds like it's only probably going to get worse, unfortunately. Fans should try to leave constructive opinions on players and not abuse or do a baseless troll. I wish that would be probably true, but people love to do it for the likes and, the attention on their post. BCCI should consider domestic performances for national call-up, not just IPL. Definitely a fair point. Guys like Iswaran, Sarfaraz Khan, trying to think of more domestic players like Siyash Sharma. Like, a lot of these guys probably do their best work at the domestic level. So, you know, at least in the red ball form, AusW have defeated India 2-0. Okay. Was this the second game today? I actually missed this. Wow. Men's team, the women's team, ICT fans, damn. Yeah, it's not to be, but India did win the test match. I would rather win a test match than an ODI, to be honest. So, unless it was the World Cup, then it's probably a bit different. Hasbulla on the knees. I did see this. Ben Cutting's, Ben Cutting's wife, it is. And her knee was inspiration from PSL legend Hasbulla, Shaheen Afridi. So, I know, it's beautiful, beautiful smiles. Hafiz left out. Pakistan's team director, Mohammad Hafiz, has missed his flight from Melbourne to Sydney. He was supposed to fly with the team, but got late, after which the staff didn't allow him inside. What? Australia and Pakistan are scheduled to play the third test. So why did the staff not let him? Wait, Pakistan staff or the airport staff? I think there's something going on there. What the hell? And we're up to our last few here. Delhi-born Nikhil Chowdhury played this shot for a 6 against Haris Rauf in the Big Bash. A boy from Delhi going against Rauf in a T20 game in Australia. We've seen this before. I know. It was a beautiful shot, firstly. He's an impressive player. Like, he can bowl very good spin, he's a good fielder, and he's a very talented batsman. So, now that he's an Australian, we're going to claim him. So, welcome, Nikhil Chowdhury. But yeah, it's nothing new. A Delhi-born player smacking Haris Rauf for 6s, and it's not the first time. I got out. Oh yeah, here we go. Yo, what's this? New Year's resolution? Cold bath every day, 8 hours of sleep, going to the gym, eating healthy, to be religious, forgiving past fights. Okay. This top one would be nice. I would like to get some more sleep, but with, the cricket schedule, doesn't really make that possible. Going to the gym every day, I try and do that, but not every day. Forgiving past fights. Of course, that photo. And we've got the last one of the video. Your bold predictions for 2024. Let's do it. India v England 5 test match series. I am going to say that India win 4-0. I think one of the games will be a draw. Probably at Narendra Modi Stadium, because it can tend to be quite flat. And I think it'll just be a batting fest. So I'm going to say India 4-0, Ravi Ashwin man of the series, and most runs. I'm going to say most runs. It's hard because you don't know what the 11 will be, but I'm going to say most runs. KL Rahul, stuff it. Let's say KL Rahul will go big with some big late order runs. IPL 2024, the Punjab Kings create history and miss the playoffs again. T20 World Cup. This might be a bit of a left field one, but South Africa win the World Cup. I don't know if that's a big call, but I could see South Africa winning, or at least the West Indies making the top 4 or the top 6. I can see that. The Women's T20 World Cup, I think. Where's it being played? Is that in South Africa? I don't know where it's being played, but I'm just going to say Australia v India final. Meg Lanning comes back and wins player of the tournament. And then we've got India v Australia 5 test match series. Of course, this one scares me. Again, I've already spoke about how this could be very hard to watch as an Aussie if we lose 3 series in a row at home. But I'm going to say it'll be a 2-2 draw into the last test match, and then the 5th test match will decide the series winner. That is my final predictions. Let me know what you are thinking of those. Also, just comment down below yours for all of these categories. But hey, that will cap us off. Let me know what we're thinking into the new year. Subscribe if you're new. Let me just find something here. Let's hold on a minute. Let's find it. Yeah, let's just go here. Let's go right here. Hey, I hope we all enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Welcome to 2024, and I'll see everyone in the next one.